Hey, so I'm not sure if I'll actually post this one, but yeah, I just have um, a question lately about that's my cat and her little noises. Um, yeah, as far as apparently there's some joy of being that that's supposed to come with all this. At the same time, of course, there's a kind of equanimity where even the difficult things, the bad days aren't so bad, and I feel like I have that. I feel like I certainly accept when sensations come through that I would have formerly classified as deeply unpleasant, or even as something going wrong. Um, there are times when I can kind of feel the being of a tree, just the existence, apparent existence, the beauty, the magic and uniqueness and improbability and fragility, and whatever you can classify it however many wonderful ways you can, but that's not the point. The point is it's something. It's all so luminous, and I think there's a part of me that spends a lot of time holding back from that. Stepping back from that, not in the backward step sense of of inhabiting awareness as awareness, which I think I have experienced lately. I'll get to that in a minute, but the other backward step, which is into sort of pretending to be a separate self with problems and feelings that are personal, um, or even dissociating into thoughts, you know, um, such as where's the joy? I mean, maybe the act of asking the question is the whole problem. Um, so yeah, I just wonder what is that layer that that can make things feel equanimous, but not necessarily joyful. And I had breath work last night that was the best breath work session I've ever done. I guess there's one more where I did a big unburdening of the patrilineal line that was pretty special. But this one I was able in kind of different ways to let go and experience what the experience was, and sort of get beyond the experience. I had some slight, well, not slight, but the kind of out of body experience where I easily could have snapped out of it if I wanted to. But and it wasn't like I was above my body looking down. It was just like there was no body. There was just awareness of kind of the subtle kind of fractals or fireworks of, I don't know what it is. I don't know how to categorize it. But sometimes, at least my sight is sometimes there's almost like teeny tiny points of light, colored light, like an LED screen, but smaller than that. Or there can be a subtle, I want to say almost like Aztec or Mayan, a face or medallion or something that can sort of like very subtly seem to be a part of what I'm of the visual field. Um, and then when you're in those, I guess, hypnagogic states, yeah, there's a like, kind of a mild psychedelic, yeah, colors, fractals. It's not, uh, Yeah, it's another thing I could easily have snapped out of it, taken my eye mask off and looked around. Even then, though, sometimes it doesn't exactly I've heard of people saying it pixelates. It doesn't exactly pixelate, in the sense of like a corrupted video. It's more like, these teeny tiny, elegant kind of points of light. Okay, my cat wants out. Give me a sec. Um, but anyway, this breathwork session, I had some moments where I was, yeah, just in some space of consciousness where, maybe there's an apparent body somewhere, but it's not something that I was aware of, or it would feel like my hands, like kind of like the matter around my hands was kind of going like this, even though my hands weren't moving, but it felt like existence was moving or the substrate was moving. Um, and even in some of these states, there like a thought would try to intrude, and I was pretty good about like, "Hello, thought," pass on through. Um, Getting a little better about that as time goes on, even in the times when it really wants to make itself known or roll back whatever's apparently happening that doesn't want me to let go too much. Um, but then the fascinating and even somewhat blissful states would pass, and I also got better about letting those pass too. It's like, yeah, it's not going to be all bliss all the time. That's not how this works. Um, and not take it personally or feel like something went wrong or feel like I don't deserve it or I'm a bad person because I'm not blissful all the time. Um, it's just, things come and go. And I think a part of most humans kind of wants to be special and perfect. Um, and it can feel personal, like you're left out or let down or you let somebody down. I guess, based on our past conditioning in that direction. But I'm getting better about accepting exactly what's happening at a given time. And I feel even more now like there's less cohesion or concatenation with all the senses and the sense of a body. Like I'm looking around now and it's like there's a visual field and it's luminous and nothing special, nothing is special. It's just the universe as it's showing up here and now. Doesn't need to be any specific way. Um, and I could probably concentrate and get back to the feeling of like I am a body with defined boundaries in a three-dimensional space. But right now it's more like the body feelings aren't necessarily located anywhere. It's all the senses kind of overlap, which of course they obviously do, because I mean all it is, at least if you take a scientific view of things or a materialist view of things, all it is neurons firing. So it's the same, obviously the same stuff. If you take the non-dual non-view, it's more like you can't say much of anything about anything. It's just you. I mean, there is an experience of a visual field, a sound field, uh, bodily sensation field, all kind of existing in the same non-space. But yeah, I haven't had that big, and that's interesting, right? Yeah, but I haven't had that big, the rush or the feeling of unconditional love or joy. And even when I have bliss states, there's still something in the back of my mind that feels like I can't let go completely into what's here. Something needs to hold back a little bit. There's that feeling. Something feels like it needs to hold back a little bit. So I guess it's just a matter of continuing practice to get to that filter or belief or fear. Yeah, I mean, it's almost unfortunate that I heard about Adyashanti's experience of just unconditional love entering into his heart, I guess, because I think a part of me is waiting for that, which is not, waiting for anything is not being right here, right now. So just a little about where I'm at the moment. Have a good one.